it's JQ Crafty with another off the board. I apologize for this going up kind of later in the day. Yeah, it's been crazy busy with work and I didn't get ahead for this week, but I'm hoping to be ahead for the rest of the month. I also didn't get a chance to record an intro because when I decided to do this layout, there were a lot of people in my craft area doing other things and they were not quiet, so it would not have worked. But I am using this lovely pin. I thought it was beautiful. I loved basically the mixed media aspect of it and the painting kind of effect. And I wanted to use some of my distressed oxides this month. I hadn't used them a lot. So I'm literally just squishing them on my little glass, my glass thing mat. I don't know, glass, I think it's called a glass mat. And yeah. Suffering from migraines for the last week because of heat and dehydration and at my work and anyway. But I'm just basically squishing the oxide onto the glass mat and then taking a paintbrush that is wet, a pretty big paintbrush, and then just painting it on there and then drying it in between. So the first one I used was Speckled Egg. The second one is Broken China, and then I will also use Salty Ocean, and then Chipped Sapphire. And at the very end, I do some splatters with Chipped Sapphire in case I forget to mention that. But yeah, so I really like this. If you haven't noticed, I feel like besides maybe the sketches I'm doing, if I'm scrap lifting, it seems to be I've picked a lot of simple, clean layouts, and I kind of wanted to try that out because I think I've said this before, I'm definitely not, I can't hold myself back. Sometimes I'm like, it needs something, and then I end up adding like 5 more somethings. So I'm trying to show some restraint this month and keep my layouts simple. And so besides using Vicky Bouton Foundation's watercolor paper, because I wasn't sure how saturated painting these oxides on there would be. And it actually probably wasn't that saturated. I probably could have done like some marshmallow cardstock. But I decided to opt for this instead, just in case. And then everything else I used came out of a doggy bag from Paper Issues. You can go to Paper Issues and order a doggy bag, and she'll send you literally like this glassine bag full of embellishments and smaller papers. So I had gone through and picked out ones that were blues and creams and grays and black. And I'm just going to start layering. And I don't use all of them. And then there were also 2 buttons in this specific doggy bag that I went through, plus a little tab. That one side was a pink flower, one side was a blue flower, so I thought that was perfect. And then an S, and my family's last name starts with S, so I figured I would incorporate that anyway in here because this is going to be a photo. I don't even know if I've shown you the photo yet. Well, I mean, I'm layering it on there. But it's a photo. It's a very blurry photo, but even my journaling talks about how, despite the photo being blurry, I love it because the coloring is just pretty. It's just natural color. I think it was taken off of an old iPad or camera or something. But it's my mom standing there, and you can just see the happiness on her face while she's watching my sisters and my dad and the rest of us in the water. I don't remember who took the picture, but the rest of us playing with my son in the water. And I really miss her a lot lately. We lost her a couple years ago. And so when I came across this photo, and I had actually done all the pages for this particular vacation already, and this photo, I don't even think I was aware that it was taken. So when I came across it, it just brought me a lot of happiness, and it's really nice to see the happiness in her face watching all of us. So I really like it. So I'm not really sure where I'm going to put this page. If I'm going to put it, I have like a journal album that's for me. I also might put it in the vacation album. I'm not sure yet. But so I really wanted to do some things I love, some art, and kind of do mood painting, and it really made me smile to look at this photo. So And then I'm going to use, I got a couple sets of the LA Studio, is it Build a Title? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I got 2 different sets. I can't remember which ones I got at the moment. I could go get them. Hold on, let me grab them. They are Title Builders 3, Volume 3 and Volume 4. And if I didn't mention it, which I don't think I did, so the pin is a layout done by Citrus Twist design team member Anna Uhras, Uhras. And I'll have the link to that pin specifically down below. But I'm using, so I don't remember which volume, I just sat back down. I'm not going to go. That's about how I feel today. So from one of the volumes, there was this Good Life. And so I'm going to stamp it and then do white embossing. And there's these kind of 3 leaf things to accentuate it. There's like 2 sets of them. One was they're a little different from each other, but I put one on each side. I'm going to do that in white emboss, and then I'm just going to, with my black distressed ink, stamp above that, this is the Good Life. And then I'm going to use my black distressed ink to stamp just some other things that are from the Volume 3 and Volume 4. A couple things from Volume 4, a couple things from Volume 3. So yeah, so I took some elements from her beautiful design. Obviously I have a much bigger photo than she did. I'm not going to do any stitching, but I really liked the painted look and how it wasn't a lot of pattern paper, and it was just kind of behind the photos was the pattern paper. So yeah, it was a very simplistic look, and I really enjoyed it. And she did some Missy Whitten style, like thread bulges underneath things, and I really liked it. But so there you have that. So now I'm going to put down, so there's a weird shadow in my video. I think it was my power cord for my phone. So I have the 2 buttons that came in the kit, or the doggy bag that I got from Paper Issues. And so I wanted to use them, but I was like, well, 2, that's really not, it's not my style just to do 2 of something. So I went through my stash, and I have a stash of kind of just some random buttons. And then I have they must have been like Jelly Bean Soup or something. I bought like a pink pack and a blue pack. And I think I got like a black pack or something. So I pull out some of the blues, and then I had this really pretty turquoise one with a jewel on it. And then just another like white or cream button. So I'm going to stick them down after I stamp a little bit more. So I'm going to use this, looks like a paintbrush kind of like line, to put it under my title over there. And then there's like this half, like a sunrise. It's like half of a sun, so it looks like it's peeking out. So I'm going to stamp that. And then I have another little set. I really am regretting, like I'm going to go off on a tangent. I really like the way I have my stamps organized, because they're all in one place. But I'm kind of regretting the fact that I have them that way, because then I threw away a lot of the packaging. And so sometimes I'm bad at remembering what some of them are from. I'm sure there's a way I could like label them somehow. I should probably do that. But I have this heart that I'm going to stamp at the bottom that I don't remember where it's from. I got it off Simon Says Stamps, so it could have been any. It was almost like a swatching set. It came with like a brush stroke and like a circle and just basic shapes. Yeah, I can't think of what it is, but I'll be doing that too. So I don't add a ton of dimension on this layout either, besides the buttons. They're kind of like the only dimension. And then obviously the embossing on my title. But I'm just going to stamp the heart and get those glued down. And then I'm going to do some splatters with the chipped sapphire. So once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't checked out everybody else who's playing along today, they will be linked below. Don't forget to check Crystal's page every day for all the people who are playing along with Off the Board every day. I am just playing along Wednesdays and Sundays. And yeah, if you want to play along, make sure you use the hashtag OTBWPP. So it's off the board with Pinel Papers. But I'm going to leave you with some fantastic music provided by my photo editing program. And a close-up look at my layout at the end. Thanks again, you guys. Bye!